All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday, man. Real quick, a lot going on. So we know the NBA season is definitely starting to ramp up here, and it's I like to call we're in the unofficial tampering period right now. You know, like you're not supposed to tamper, but everybody's tampering. You know, you hear about these trade rumors and everything that's going on, and while at the same time you're supposed to wait till a free agent officially begin November 20th. I'm gonna just say this, man. I think I gotta agree with the NBA on this one. Like, just let it ride, right? Like because everything is so rushed that it actually helps the NBA and the timeline if these teams are kind of, putting things together, which they do every year, but they're putting things together behind the scenes. So when it's time to go, it's boom. You just see these dominoes falling quick. So what's the latest one? The latest one is Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns. Now let me say this. I'm a huge fan of Chris Paul. I still got a grudge against the NBA for stopping the Chris Paul trade to the Lakers back in the day. I'm going to always hold that against them. I don't care, but whatever. The each is on, right? Just a sidebar, man. It's a joke. It's water under the bridge now. But Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns, to me, so the pluses, let's look at the plus side of this. Chris Paul could come and provide that leadership. He's a fiery guy. He's a feisty guy. And the Suns is an up-and-coming team. So would it make sense from that perspective? I can see that working. Provide that leadership. He's definitely a veteran, an all-star. And he's someone that is, respected around the league from a name perspective. Also, he can make some shots. He can get going. And he can lead a team. And then on the flip side, you look at the Phoenix Suns and you say, well, man, if you just judge the way they came to that bubble, and Devin Booker was just looking like a man amongst boys, and the way he was playing down in that bubble, you go, okay, you add Chris Paul to that, they got something, right? They got something for the future. But what would you have to give up to get Chris Paul is the part that scares me. Now, again, if the Suns just want to unload him, get rid of the Thunder, I apologize. If the Thunder just want to get rid of him, clear up some cap space, and be like, give me a ham sandwich and y'all can have him. Okay, cool. Then that makes sense. But if they have to give up draft picks and trade away some players, some vital, maybe not because Devin Booker's not going nowhere, and they definitely not getting rid of Ayton. But give away like some real prominent pieces to that team. I wouldn't do it. Because I don't think you're gonna get. He's not gonna make them I almost said Super Bowl final. He's not gonna put them in final contention. It's just what it is. They're not there yet. Now they do got a player in Booker who, to me, I think is kind of underrated, and he showed what he can really do in that bubble. They got Ayton, who's a young. He's gonna round himself into shape. But overall, I don't see Chris Paul putting them a step above, right? I don't see him taking them to the next level, to a point that they can contend, to a point that you will give up draft capital and assets for him, because I don't see it. Maybe you guys can see it. I really don't see it working. I don't see it being worth the risk. Now, if you can get him for little or nothing, just say, hey, we'll take the salary cap hit. Okay, cool. Then that's fine. But if not, I don't see it. And for me, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Chris Paul, it don't make sense for me. I don't. He had very little, from my understanding, he had very little control in that trade thing. But Chris Paul, he's at that point where if you're not, it's championship or bust at this point in his career. If you're gonna try to find yourself on a team that's competing for a championship or wherever you're going, don't really make sense to me. And my personal opinion, with someone who's been in the league so long, someone who's such a veteran. Someone who he's on the tail end of his career. So at this point, it's about competing for a championship. If I'm Chris Paul, it'll be about competing for a championship over anything. So I will say, I am definitely I I I mean, is he gonna come in and play the role sort of like he played in OKC, where he's sort of like the mentor, you know, the big brother, you know, but and while still winning games, because he definitely was able to win games and push the Rockets to the brink. So while still doing that, and mentoring the guys, and I would say he would probably have a better team in Phoenix, than he had at OKC maybe, because Booker is a beast. He'll have a bona fide star next to him. So can he play that role? Yeah, but you know, what are you willing to give up for that? Because if you start to give away draft picks for him, then now you in essence mortgaging your future for what? You see what I'm saying? And now also we can't ignore now these. I've read reports that said it's true. I read reports that said it wasn't true. The report said Devin Booker want out of Phoenix. That's the report. Devin Booker want out of Phoenix. Then another report came out, said that is not true. He made no such declaration. He's not, you know, so that's up in the air. But if you bring in Chris Paul and Devin Booker want out, like that just don't make sense. So it's a sticky situation. Like I said, if Phoenix could get him for a little or nothing, just take that salary off of the Thunder books, I understand it. Go ahead, make it happen. But other than that, the trade I don't see no real value for the franchise, or I don't see him making them a championship contending team. It's interesting. You get some views, some airtime. But championship contenders? Nah, I don't see it. Now, again, like I said, Chris Paul had very little control over if he's traded, if he's not. So I can't really say, you know, it's just he should make it, because there ain't really much of a decision on his part. But overall, I just don't see it working. I really don't. I don't see him being being worth, you know, what the Thunder, because the Thunder got a lot for Russ, right? They got a lot for Russ. They got a lot for PG. I'm sorry, they got a lot for PG. So the Thunder's building capital, right? They stacking draft picks, so maybe they just let him slide out the door. But they have also expressed interest in keeping him. So I don't know, guys. Like I said, the unofficial tampering has already started. This is one of the rumors that's picking up a lot of steam right now, but I just don't see it happening. I don't see it making sense, you know, other than a good look, you know, on the books for the Suns. I don't see it being worth. If you can get him for little to nothing, fine. But if you got to give up something for him, I wouldn't do it. With that being said, guys, let me know down in the comments what you think. Would this be a good move? Should the Suns be willing to give up something? Let me know down in the comments below. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, you guys be great, man.